Hi everyone, it's Christina from Christina's Art Corner. It's been quite a while since I have filmed, and I'm not quite sure how this will go, format, or anything of the sort. Might be fidgety and awkward. My father passed away on December 5th, and obviously I'm still having a hard time with it, but I know that he would want me to continue on and do the things that I love, and so this is going to be my attempt at doing that. So I didn't have a lot of pages colored between October and now because my father was in heart failure. Well, he really has been for over 2 years, but these last few months he's been in and out of the hospital, and it's been touch and go here recently in the last weeks. So yeah, again, I do apologize. Hopefully I get better through the video. But anyway, that's the reason for me not having a lot of pages colored. But I am going to show you what I did get colored, and I'm also going to go through what hashtags I host for each month. So I want to show you December's. All of my posts are on Instagram if you want to refer to that also. But let me go ahead and start out with these. So for Magic Jars, Coloring Heaven, the pocket size, we are doing, I have a few to catch up with, but for December, you can see October and November I didn't get done. And it looks like December I put on the back cover, which isn't the case. So now I'm going to have to refer to memory as to which one I picked. Oh gosh, we're starting out great. I know we already did that one. Now I'll have to refer to memory. Here it is. Oh, I guess I just had an extra one or something is missing. So this is the December page. Now if you have the Coloring Book Cafe version of this, it also works for any newbies coming and wanting to do this. I picked it because it looked like little gnome or elf characters, and so this will be our page. Hashtag Magic Jars Pocket 2024. And then in Tropagoth, I had asked you on my last video in October if you wanted to continue with this book or if you wanted to go into this book. I decided based on your wishes to do them separately, continue with Tropagoth and start Glam Noir. So for December, here is, I might as well show you since I'm here. I started my November page in Tropagoth by Carla Magana, and it's hashtag Tropagoth 20, did I do 24 or 2024? I'll put it below on the screen. Anyway, I started her out with alcohol markers, and I have some gel pen in Pentel Hybrid gel pen on some of the leaves here so far. And I wanted to give her some shadow and highlights in the hair. This was the day after my dad passed and me making an attempt to have a distraction, and I did okay, but I did stop. So hopefully I'll get back to that one. December, I picked this one for us to do. We don't have a ton more pages to do to finish this book. So this one will be for December. And Tropigoth by Carla Magana. And Glam Noir by Carla Magana. This is the one where you can pick any page that you want to do. But I have a color palette, which I'm going to put here. And it is on my Instagram if you need to refer to it. It's Christina's Art Corner if you're new. But this palette will work for any page that you would like to do in this book. So I figured we would do something a little different than we did in Tropigoth, where I pick the page. This way you pick the page and I have a random generator picking our palettes. I'll just do like, try to have some themed, like maybe for Valentine's Day, we'll have some pink and red or whatever in there. I'll try to follow something like that. But otherwise, there's a picked palette for Glam Noir by Carla Magana. Pick any page. And then for Spooky, it's the Mischief Potion page, as I recall. But see, there's a lot of pages that we have done already. And there are some that I even have to catch up on. But yeah, that's the one that we're going to do for December. Sometimes Delilah is mischievous with friends conjuring up cheeky spells. It looks like she's got this one under a spell with the eyeballs. So that one is going to be for Spooky. And I really did think that I have in here that I finished one in October. Was it this? Yeah, this was the October page. Yeah, because this is the Winsor & Newton gold ink. So I used the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers for all you see here. And then I used a black glaze pen for I drew in the bat. And then used glaze pen for the eyes on the hat. And the ghost eyes. And various gel pens. Hopefully you can see here. All down here, even in the flowers, on the steps. In these bushes area. And this was a neon pen that I used, but it doesn't look very neon. And then we've got some bats in here in the hat. And a little moon on the hat as well. So that was my October spooky page. And then I didn't get to November's. And I'm hoping to get to December's. In October, I did one in Dark Fairies by Tabrith with Happy Catastrophe Candace and Juliet Colors. And we did this page. And for this one, I used the Pitt Artist pens, the Statler art pens, Faber-Castell Gold Faber pens, and various gel pens with Prismacolor pencils. And we had so much fun doing this. I'll put Juliet's and Candace's pages here. I'll move this over so that you can see their pages. Candace had watched a tutorial on pumpkins to make them look very glowy, and I love how she did it. She must have done a fantastic job following the tutorial. And Juliet's, I love all of her colorful pumpkins. So yeah, this was a fun page to do. I remember in the background, I did quite a few colors to get to the color that you see here. And I'm not sure if you can see all of the glitters on this page. Sometimes it's too bright, sometimes it's not bright enough. But yeah. We had such a blast doing these pages, and thank you ladies for joining in on this buddy color. Candace created a group, and I know that she's going to be doing one for December. I know if they've picked one, then I may try to go ahead and do the one that they have picked. On these pages, what I noticed anyway is that if you concentrate on one section at a time, which is true of a lot of detailed pages, but especially in this one, I had shared with Candace and Juliet when I started on mine that it was easier to take one of the bigger things, which was the pumpkins, get those done, and then you could see all these little areas of the fairies, you know, outfit, because when they're just in black and white, it's hard to conceptualize sometimes. And so it's just easier if you do it that way. But if you have this book, contact Candace. I know that she's interested in anyone who wants to participate in this book to go ahead, and you're welcome. And then in God Jewel from Hanna Karlzon, I did this page here. This was a buddy color with Ylva, and we called it the Moon page. And I've got my planner in front of me because I wouldn't be able to remember. So we did this page together. Let me go ahead and show hers here. I think hers turned out fantastic. We enjoyed doing this together, this page. It was the first page in the book. And thank you so much, Sylvain, for buddying up with me in this book. I know you may have reached out to do another one, and if I have not responded, you'll know why in this video now, but I would like to continue coloring in this book and plan on it. I just haven't picked pages necessarily yet, so we'll see. I do have a plan video that I'm going to come out with, or I'm going to cover like a couple of months or several months, just to kind of give me some time to heal, some time to get in a new habit again, because I've gotten out of the habit of coloring, and anyway, all the things. So what did I do on this page? I wound up using the Gansai Tambi granulating watercolors for the background. And then I wound up using Prismacolor and gel pens for the inside. And so I'll just move that around so you can see. I used the blue and the pink predominantly in the granulating watercolors. And then after I did that background, it was difficult for me to decide what to do on the inside. So I just did what I wanted to do on the inside. So I wanted to make it bright versus the background. And I kept some of the background here in these areas too. And then I used the, which did I use? I used one of these Spectrum Noir metallic flip markers for this area here and all around. And various other gel pens. And I used some Posca for the white lining. And then I just smushed some different colors of Prisma around. And yeah, I like how it turned out. It's something different than I would usually do. And so I think I love all the granulating. Look at how cool all of the granulating is. So yeah, so that was what I did for October in God Jewel, and I definitely want to be working in this book, if I'm working out of any, for December. I did 50 Haunted and Autumn Fairy Houses to color Camellia Angelkova. And this page was just an easy peasy. I used my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, the tri-blends, and then fluorescent Tule Art paint pens for inside the hat. And what else? I used some Stettler Artist pens in black and white Posca for the ghost. Oh yeah, it was just a simple page. And then I did some dotting of the fluorescent, you know, stuff on the apples. So a simple, fun page to do. I had intended to work much more in this book, but didn't get to. But at least I do have a page. I think that was my first page colored out of this book. So another untouched book. In Reptiloids, Dusty Coloring, or D. We are working in this book, and it is by Basil Seiko from 2019. And we did this as a buddy color. And for this, I used, let's see, Graphics and Spectrum Noir, tri-blend alcohol markers, gel pens, and Stettler pens. And I have the gold all around and some silver on the outside. And I'll show you Dee's. Hers is so cute too. We enjoy working out of this book. And thank you so much, Dee, for buddy coloring with me. And being okay with me not getting November's done. I don't think we picked out a December yet. Because I think... Did I have... That was October. This is November, so we probably need to pick a December page. I'll have to reach out to her and do that. So that was in Reptiloids, Basil Seiko, Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Lidahall Oberg. This is a group buddy color. My corner is damaged. With Doodle Robots and many others. And for October, we did the dragon page. And for this page, I used my Stettler Artist pens. Here in the background, I used gel crayons. This was after I used the Arteza Expert pencils because I didn't like how they turned out. They were brand new pencils to me. So I went over with gel crayons because I wasn't happy with the result. But I did use Arteza Expert pens for the dragon and some on the castle, if you will. And then I used the sparkling watercolors on the rocks here. Let me just try to tilt that all different ways so you can see the rock areas. That turned out really cool. And then I also used sparkling watercolor metallic in the windows. And the Stettler artist pens are here. And also have some glitter on areas of the house. And then here is also some sparkling watercolors. I used some neon Tule art on here. It didn't turn out exactly how I envisioned, but it is there. And that's about it. So I love how the dragon turned out. I'm okay with the background. I love the rocks. I'm so with the castle. I I was starting to have a difficult time with coloring around the time that I did this one, but I think under the circumstances, I did pretty good to save my background, which I was not liking. And now I do. So it's good. It was good for a first page. And then I think this one is December's. That was a fun book to work in. And if you're interested, make sure you reach out to Doodle Robot so she can add you to the group if you have this book and you're interested. I always forget to put these things in back where they belong. Night Night Dragon. Okay. The next buddy color with Veronica Dunn and Meg's coloring corner is the Rabbit's Tail by Catoli. And this is the page we were to do for December, and this is the page we were doing, I believe, October. Well, the other page we were doing November, December, I think, and I think this one was September, October. Girls, you could correct me if I'm wrong. But we did this page, and I used my Stettler Artist pens. Now, I had just hauled them, so I was using them quite a bit. My Faber-Castell Gold Faber markers, the Aqua Dual markers. I used Iuli metallic watercolors in this area here in the hutch. Let me just put this to the side and see if I remember to put it back in copper. And then also I use the Funzel acrylic white marker, Jelly Roll Stardust pens, Pan Pastel, and gold metallic brown. So that's for the background. I basically did a Pan Pastel brown. This was over Stettler pens because they wound up being streaky. Because I didn't put any kind of fixative or glaze on the page first. When you're doing large backgrounds, you're not going to get a smooth background. So over that, I used Pan Pastels in varying browns, and then I used the Gold Shimmer Pan Pastel over it. And let me see if you can see that. Over here, I think you could see it. And on the edges. So yeah, and then all inside here are the artist pens. And I used dollar store gel pens as well. I used the Jelly Roll clear and silver over here on the grapes. What else can I see here? I think that's pretty much it. I actually did not use pencil in any of this page, and it was kind of a test for me to see if I could do it without pencil. It turned out okay. I did some Posca around the bunnies. Some white Posca. I think it turned out okay. It's hard not to go in and use pencil when you're so used to, like when I first was coloring, I wasn't using pencils so much, and then I used them heavily, and then I started bringing in other, because I do have a mixed media background, but I wasn't really using it in coloring for whatever reason. Had not found my way with them. But yeah, I do like how this page turned out, and let me show you Veronica's. I think she was able to get hers finished for October, and I'm not sure Meg had an opportunity to do hers, but absolutely no problem. So thank you, ladies, as always. It's fun to chat in between also, even when we're busy coloring. So that was out of Rabbit's Tail. Katoli. Woodland Kingdom Coloring Book by Toshiyuki Fukuda. This is a buddy color with Sherry Dennewitz on Instagram and Jamie's Coloring Love on YouTube and Instagram. And we did this page here, this double page spread. And I used my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers, Ahuhu markers, graphics, markers, and glitter gel pens. And let me see if you can see the whole thing. Yeah, I'll just bring it up closer here so you can see. This is such a fun book to work out of. Not too much detail, but just enough to give you some challenge. It is a challenge to get in between. It is a challenge. But I did a little blending with the alcohol markers here over in certain areas. Obviously the rainbow is straight alcohol marker. And then down here it's kind of a blend of gel pens and markers. And I made up here a rainbow fish. And we have a peaceful dove and a bluebird, the red bird. But yeah, these are so fun to do. And we have tasked ourselves with doing a double page for Christmas time, and that's this one. So I think this will be fun to do. But let me show you on top of here, because I'm sure it will take this whole area. Let me show you Sherry's and Jamie's. Both turned out so lovely. Thank you so much, gals, for buddy coloring with me. I always look forward to doing these pages. It's always a great time coloring these, and I appreciate you ladies so much. And then we go to November. I did do Peter Pan, and this was a whip that I had finished. All different kinds of gel pens. This was with ink. The whole background was with ink. And yeah, then I just did a bunch of gel pens. That's all the center is. And then I used a neon Tule Art pen for the outside. And I do feel like I've shown this to you before, so I'm not gonna labor on about it. I don't know, I feel like I've talked about it. You know, it could be that I made a video and then I didn't publish it. That's a possibility. See, I didn't remember this. But yeah, needless to say, it's been a mess. I have some haul items I'd like to share with you. The first one is Gabby Wolf's Daydreams. I have a few of her other books, and I wanted this one, Daydreams. Magical illustrations. Let's see, does it say when? Yeah, this is from 2021, but it's a nice square book. And it's, yeah, cute little illustrations. That one's actually quite detailed. But it's got a nice variety. There's some mandalas. It looks like a wallpaper page. Some houses. Patterns. I like these little ones that have these cute little borders. And then we have a jar with some bees. And a tree with some birdhouses. I love this townhouse look. Some shelves with things on them. So yeah, I think it's a really cute book. I thought it was, speaking of books, I thought it was a great variety book to have from her. I like those mandalas. Look at the clothing lines. So yeah, that is Daydreams. Isn't this cute? Alright, and then I had to get Mythic Animals by Kirby Rosanis. Let me get my Mythic World. Okay, I'm going to go through it, but I also figured I would bring out my Mythic Worlds. Let's see which one I did it in. Here we go. This one I did, it was late last year or early this year. So there we go. That's what it looked like before. And what I did. Yeah, it's hard to get into these centers of the spine. But I love how this one turned out. I used a lot of pencil was put onto this page, and then I wound up using an acrylic black in the background. Lots of wax built up here. But yeah, I am proud of this one. It took a long time, but I have a chance to do it again if I want to. Okay. Oh, look at that one. I really do. I like all the pages, even though I'm saying, oh, I like that one. They're just ones I like more than the others. Oh, look at this one. The eyes weird me out on that one. Definitely want to do this one. And then I've done this one, I believe, in the other book. Yep. This is the Griffin. So here I did this one. And I love how this one turned out. This was last year as well. Excuse me. I think at the beginning of the year, maybe. I don't know. I've lost total track of time. But I know I used gel crayons and lots of gel crayon, in fact, on all of these mountain and volcano areas. And then some stickles and, yes, quite a bit of stickles here in the water areas. And up in the clouds. And then, of course, there's stickles all throughout the rest. And, of course, the pile of gold. And then glaze on the nails, eyes, and here on his Hanna, or pick, whatever you call. So yeah, I'll get to do that again if I want to. Generally not someone who would do pages over, but sometimes you never know, you might want to. I thought I had a one in here. I guess not. Okay. This one's cool too. I like that one. Ooh, look at that. I've always wanted to do this one. Not much into the three-headed dog. Or this one. But it doesn't mean I won't color them. Just not as into them. I've also done this one. Let's see here. Actually, you know, I do have, I forgot I just put some of these wax sheets. It wasn't that one that I wanted to cover. It was this one. Which one did that one come out of? This one. It's Worlds Within Worlds. Here is my double page dragon in Worlds Within Worlds. Boy, I used Prismacolor and Polychromos, Neocolor 2s or 1s. And then I used glaze gel pens for these scales. Didn't do a whole lot of shading down here, I can see. I was really impressed with myself when I did this page. It's funny how you go back on your old work and see the lack of shading or highlights or whatnot, but hey, I did pretty good. And I had a, I think these are Nuvo drops that I smeared along the horn area there. So yeah, so I get to do that page over. I might. And from this book opening and closing, the spine opened more than it originally had. And I could feel a stick. So I think we should try to cover it. There we go. So this one's in Worlds Within Worlds. Mythomorphia, Worlds Within Worlds, Mythic Worlds. Alright, so Mythic Animals. Kirby books. Can't wait for the new one. I also got the new Mythographic Rainbow Realms by Veronica Kolinska. And I'll do a quick flip through on this. I know there have been plenty of flip throughs. I had pre-ordered this and I didn't have it in me to do a flip through right away. I love these walruses. Oh, how sweet. There's no rainbow on this page, but you could make something rainbowish. Same with this page. There's a rainbow, I see. And there. This one's sweet. I like this one as well. And this one. That's a pretty winter page. I think I'll tag that one. That's cool. This will be good for Space Timber next year. Paper's nice. I like this one. The narwhal. Cute. This could be Rainbow Falls. A rainbow ribbon. Oh, this is cute for people that love to do mushrooms. Like this. This is kind of like a dimensional page. That's cool. Like that elephant. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, that's a fantastic Space Timber page. That's cool. I like this one too. Yeah, I like quite a few. I've wanted to mention recently when I could find the energy and the desire, I came into my art room and I started to go through my books from Illustrator A to Z. And I think I'm at K. No. M for Clara Markova. And any book that I don't like 50% or more of the pages, I'm unhauling. So I was surprised at a few books. So that is Mythographic Rainbow Realms. And I do like 50% or more pages in this book. And I did in Kirby. The next one is Cosmos of Fantasy. Beautiful characters. Grayscale coloring book by Daria Kakersoy. And I love her illustrations. This is the 2024 one. And let's see here. Thea the Wind Elf. I like that. Oh, look how cute. Pinata. Corrine. These are beautiful. Camellia. Arundel. Ah, Innocent. Or is she? Autumn Fairy. That would have been nice for October. Look how cute a dragon. And look, she's got dragon scales. Look how cute that is. Aww. Caught in the Rain. The Messenger. Tanisha. Anastasia. Little Fire. Oh, that's cute. That's real cute. Selena. Rapunzel. Onyx. Star. Catching Butterflies. Queen of the Hearts. Christmas Fairy. Oh, I think I'll mark that one. That might be fun to do. Clover. Oh, Snow and Love. That really looks nice too. That's also a contender. The Smell of Spring. Kiss. All right, that's a cute book. Cosmos of Fantasy, Grayscale coloring book by Daria Kakersoy. And then, of course, I had to get the 50 Arctic-themed miniatures to color by Camellia Angelkova. See what kind of cute things we have in here. This is a cute page. I'll flip this one from the back, though. Might be easier. Oh, Happy New Year. Look how cute these are. Oh. These are really sweet. I like these. Oh, I love this one. They're all so cute. I like when she's doing a little bit of a like border. That's nice. Because sometimes you don't know what to do around here. I mean, I do personally like the space, but I know not everybody does. This is cute too. Oh. Merry Christmas. Cute. Aww. That one's sweet. They're all sweet. I love those. So that's 50 Arctic themed miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. This one, Critical Role, Fern Calloway's Fae Fantasy. And this is a storyline. So you basically will roll dice or die, and it will tell you based on your roll whether Fern eats her breakfast, asks where Mr. is, Fern befriends the amazing taxidermied creatures, and is, depending on that is what page you go to. So you could follow that story along or just color it. I haven't decided which I'm going to do yet, but it's really, really, really cool book. If you like these kind of scenes, get all the books. And the characters are cute. Look at this Bonbon. And I've looked up some images on her. She's very pretty. But yeah, each part of the story you'll be making decisions. If that's something that interests you. But I thought the scenery was really cool. Fun. Look at the faces. I like this double page. That's cool with all the characters. This one's really cool too. Yeah, so I thought this was something interesting and different, and I love some of the Critical Role books that are out, and this looked like a cute one. I love how this fairy is illustrated. So this is going to be a fun one to work in. And then RJ Hampson came out with Hide and Seek. And so he's pretty much an auto buy. But I still need to like 50% or more of the pages. Love this one already. Love this one. I think Spare Room Studio did this image. Shout out to Spare Room Studio. It was really cute. Yep. Love these. Opportunity knocks. He's like, there's a boat. Let me see the image in the back of the island. He figures out how to get away in the boat. This is a penguin in the night scene. And a pigeon in the front. He takes the bottle too, looks like. That's cute. Oh my gosh. Love these. It's a sweet one. I love these where the characters are all together. Yeah, definitely love 50% or more of this book. I think Candace from Happy Catastrophe compares every single page when she gets an RJ Hampson. So if you want to hop on over to her YouTube channel, you can see both the beginning pages and the ending pages, how they're different. I know this video is already longer than I intended. And then the second set of pages begins. So yeah, I definitely like this one. This one I think is going to be a favorite by RJ Hampson. And then since I was ordering that one, I got the Christmas Tiny Homes, which I believe came out. When did it come out? 2022. Yeah, this was the year that I started coloring. Okay. All right, we have the North Pole. I love this. I love this page. Yes, please. Beautiful. Love it. Ooh. Yeah, interesting. Oh, that one's cute. Aww. They're so darn cute. Hey, here's the guy. He's like, not even Santa sees me? No, he left him some gifts on another island. with shark fins. That's funny. Especially after seeing Hide and Seek. Cute. I've got the last present. It's almost time. Yeah, I definitely love these. Santa surfing. That's funny. Window shopping. And then bonus, you can build your own, which I probably won't do, but I love that one. Yep. Be keeping that one for sure. Okay, and then let's see, as far as some coloring items I got, or other things I ordered. I ordered from Peppercut Studio. She's on YouTube. And I ordered some stickers. Look, art, add to cart is my therapy. That has been my therapy. And here are some stickers. My tummy hurts. And then these. I thought these were really cute. peppercutstudio.com on Instagram, and then it's peppercutstudio.com. Yeah. So I got these, and then I got some washi tapes, and that's what these are. And I unwrapped. Let's see, were these different? Hold on a second, let me see. I think that one is different. Oh, it is different. I thought that I did one of it. They are different. I'll have to open them. I thought I had opened that I got two different kinds, but it looks like there are more. Okay. Sorry, I had that upside down. Shoot. So look how cute these are. Love, love, love. Those are really cute washies. And this one is this one. Yeah, I got the two. Yeah, 3 brown themed and 2 green. Yay. I'll put these up here. Ready to use. Okay, and then I got some Prismacolor colorless blender markers. Nice and juicy. They have a chisel end and then a bullet end. And I liked that for a blender. I usually get these, the Artex or Art and Fly or the Cali Art. So I've used those quite a bit. Looks like I didn't clean this one off well enough. There we go. Yeah, so I like to have a variety of these to have because I use them quite a bit when I blend my Inktense Neocolor 2s. Rarely do I ever have to erase something that I am using alcohol marker with, but it's nice to have in the event you need them. And what else did I get? A detail pencil set, fine brush set, 4 fine hair brushes. I've been in need of some detail brushes. And so we have these. And these are T90. So we have a 000, a 00, a 1, and a 0. So hopefully you can see those. Those are going to be great additions to my collection. I keep getting smaller and smaller brushes because of details. I'm enjoying painting more on my pages when I can, so, and watercolor. So I'm sticking those right in there. All right, so I got the Winsor & Newton watercolor medium art masking fluid. And I think last time when I got masking fluid, it was for a different medium. So I just want to smell this real quick. Well, we have that. Ooh, smells putrid. But I am going to try this out. Inhalation may cause respiratory allergies. Yeah, it smells real bad, but it's nice and liquidy. Remove as soon as dry. So I'm going to try this one out. I didn't have a lot of luck with masking markers. And the last Winsor & Newton, like I said, that I had for the masking fluid, I don't know, it went off. It went off. It didn't, I hadn't used it, in all fairness, in a while. I was just trying to be careful, and that didn't work. So I got some masking fluid. And then something else that I got into while things were happening with my dad. This is non-coloring related, so if you want to shut off, I understand. And I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for hanging out with me. But I'm going to show you what else I've been into. So I decided if I can't color, maybe I can read some books. And so I wound up getting a Kindle. I got the Kindle Basic on a Black Friday deal. And so I was able to, I got the Kindle Unlimited so that I could have books at my disposal. And also I knew I would be flying down to Florida. That's where my mom and dad and family is in Florida. So I knew I would be flying down there, and I thought it would be nice if you know, if I couldn't do anything else, then I could bring at least my Kindle. So I've been reading, where is it? Where is it? I've been reading The Housemaid. And it's a 2-part series. I have gotten the Kindle, and I got a clear case and decorated. The front is not clear. It is a black glitter case. But then I went ahead and decorated it with some stickers underneath. I have some little elf figures, and then I have a girl reading a book behind a window. Those are 2 different stickers, and I put those in there. And then here is my pop socket ring holder, and so it's very easy to read. So just swipe, and then it's very easy to use from there. And so that you can accessorize, I got this case here. It's a very soft case in a pretty turquoise blue. And then I also got this case, which is hand sewn, and my name was put on it. And so it fits in here like this. Like that, and it can be nice and protected. I thought this was a cute case. And then I also got this case, which I haven't opened yet. So let's open it together. It says healing on here. I thought that was something. But it's a cute, cute cat. Look how sweet. And then it goes, pops right in there. And I won't do it because then my stickers will come out and I'll have to redo it. But yeah, I thought this was a cute, fun case, and it will also fit in any of these as well. So I'm very happy with that one. And then some books, because I know some of you are book readers and colorists. So I'll just show you what I've gotten for books, and then we'll end the video. Okay, so I have gotten The Priest by Sarah Simone. And let's see, there are many rules a priest can't break. A priest cannot marry, a priest cannot abandon his flock, a priest cannot forsake his God. Tyler Bell has had no problem playing by the rules for the past 3 years after a family tragedy set him on a path to priesthood. That all changes when the delicious, sultry voice of Poppy Danforth sinks its claws in him through the screen of his confessional booth, and he can't get her sins out of his head. It should be easy to put his impure thoughts of her to rest, considering the vows Tyler has taken. It should be nothing to overcome what the sight and sound of her does to him when his life with the church means everything. But once he has his first forbidden taste of those red lips, Tyler can't help but break all his rules for Poppy, no matter what it might cost them both. And then there's Sinner and Saint that go along with this book. And I also got this Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. And this is Ellie Mack was the perfect daughter, and then she was gone. 10 years after Ellie's disappearance, her mother, Laurel Mack, is trying to put her life back together when she meets an unexpectedly charming man in a cafe. Before she knows it, she meets Floyd's daughters, and his youngest, Poppy, takes Laurel's breath away. Because the eerily precocious Poppy is the spitting image of Ellie, and now the unanswered questions she's tried so hard to put to rest begin haunting Laurel anew. Where did Ellie go? Did she run away from home, as the police have long suspected, or did something more sinister happen? A haunting page-turner of sheer perfection. Then She Was Gone is a gripping and emotionally resonant tale of one mother's quest to uncover the clues she failed to recognize and finally discover the truth of what happened to her daughter. I thought that one would be interesting. And then I got this graphic book called Teen Titans Raven. It's Cami Garcia and Gabriel Piccolo. Teen Titans Raven transformed the beloved superhero into a fashionable young teen who also saves the day. I continue to be inspired. These are New York Times, USA Today, and Publishers Weekly. Here, I'll read down here. When a tragic accident takes the life of a 17-year-old Raven Roth's foster mom and Raven's memory, she moves to New Orleans to recover and finish her senior year. Starting over isn't easy. Raven remembers everyday stuff like how to solve math equations and make pasta, but she can't remember her favorite song or who she was before the accident. And when impossible things start happening, Raven begins to think it might even be better not to know who she was before. And so on. But I thought this was a cool graphic to read. And so, yeah, got that one. And then here is this. I forget which one is first. let's see here. Does it say on here? Us against you and anxious people. I have forgotten the order now. But these 3 books, yeah, #1 best-selling author of Anxious People. This is a thick book. How many pages she got? Almost 700. This is 2 people who left in search of a life far from the forest town, come home and joyfully reunite with their closest childhood friends. There's a sense of optimism and purpose in the town, embodied in the impressive new ice rink that has been built by the lake. Seemingly overnight, the destruction caused by a ferocious late summer storm reignites the old rivalry between Beartown and neighboring town of Head. So I'm thinking maybe Beartown comes first. All the while, a 14-year-old boy grows increasingly alienated from this hockey-obsessed community, and he becomes determined to take revenge on the people he holds responsible for a family tragedy. And then Beartown, a tiny community deep in the forest. Beartown hasn't been the best at anything in a long time, but down by the lake stands an old ice rink. Okay, so that begins the story. And then the Us Against You. Beartown and Head are rival towns. They work at their differences on the hockey field. When Beartown's players do the unthinkable and defect to Head, it looks like Beartown has lost everything. But then a new team, Misfits, forms and the rivalry rises more than a notch. So yeah. And then Casey McQuiston, I Kissed Shara Wheeler. And this one is about 2 girls and a graduation. Chloe discovers she's not the only one Shara has kissed. There's also Smith, Shara's longtime quarterback sweetheart, and Rory, Shara's bad boy neighbor with a crush. The 3 have nothing in common except Shara and the annoyingly cryptic notes she left behind, but together they must untangle the trail of clues and find her. So that is this one. And then the last physical book is Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. Let's see here. Lily, who can't remember exactly when the question took root, but the answer was clear the moment she and Kath Miller walked under the neon sign of a bar called Telegraph Club. America in 1954 is not a safe place for 2 girls who fall in love. Red Scare paranoia threatens everyone, including Americans like Lily. Yeah, so this is going to be a good one too. So I've been watching a lot of booktubers, and these are the books that I've got to read. And I don't have any timeline on when I need to read them, but hopefully I will get to them. I read this at night because it's easier on my eyes because it's very dulled lighting. I don't know if you can tell with the lighting I have here. Perhaps if I turned it down, you could see. But yeah, when you go into the library, for instance, and I go into this book, it's very easy reading. And I love this. I'm so happy. For the longest time I've wanted one. I wasn't sure if I would use one, but I'm very happy to have. My Kindle Basic was fine. All of the extra goodies on the other ones didn't seem like were necessary for me, especially since coloring is my first love. I didn't want to spend the money on all of that. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am sorry there was a downtone in the beginning. But it definitely was not easy to lose my dad, and I'm sure many of you understand my absence. I do apologize regardless, because it certainly wasn't my intent to be absent November, well, some of October, but November fully. And as far as December goes, I'm just not going to put any dates on myself as far as uploads. But I definitely want to put together some books that I do want to color in the next couple excuse me, in the next couple of months, and also share with you what I'm unhauling, because I think I will probably have gone through all of my books in a week or so, and then we can kind of go through all the books. And I thought that I would sell some on eBay to, you know, get some of my money back on if there are a lot of them, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, those are my plans for now. I will be leaving for Florida mid-month, so I won't be here the whole month in my town. So you all take care of yourselves. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them as often as you can. And we never know how long anyone is going to be here. But especially your loved ones and friends, make sure you let them know how you feel about them. So you all take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Happy coloring.